Hey everyone, it's me, Hannah, and I'm back with another read along video. And it's Peter Pan, and just finished the third chapter of this book. The one with Captain Hook and his pirate crew. Yeah, that chapter. Now we're going to head forward to the fourth chapter. Chapter 4. The Island Come True. Neverland buzzed to life upon Peter's arrival. By that evening, the Lost Boys came out to look for Peter. The pirates came out looking for the Lost Boys. The Redskins were looking for the pirates. The Beasts were looking for the Redskins. They were all over the island. All of them wanted blood, except the Lost Boys, who just wanted to find their captain. The Lost Boys wore animal skins. There were 6 of them, and all there. There were 6 of them in all. There were Toodles, Nips, Slightly, Curly, and the twins. Just as the Lost Boys disappeared, the pirates filled their place. There was the handsome Italian Theo, the tattooed Billy, Jukes, Clutson, Gentleman Snocky, Noodler, Rob Mullins, Alf Mason, and Irishman Smee. And finally, there was Captain James Hook himself in person. He was absolutely death-looking and dark-faced. His hair was in long black curls. He had beautiful, soulful blue eyes that turned hard when he was sticking his hook through someone. As the pirates went on their way, the Redskins followed, each of them alert. They carried tomahawks and knives, and their naked bodies gleamed with paint and oil. Strung around them were scalps of boys, as well as of pirates. These were of the Picatinny tribe. Leading them was Great Big Little Panther, the Redskin, with so many scalps that they got in his way all the time. Lastly, there was the fearless Tiger Lily. She was the most beautiful of her kind, stylish, courageous, and cold and loving when required. As they walked, they hardly made a sound. Even when they stepped over dry wood, the only sound that was heard was their breathing. Once the Redskins disappeared, the Beasts came out of hiding. Tigers, lions, bears, and every kind of beast. Mostly the man-eaters. Their tongues were hanging out. They were hungry tonight. After they passed, came the last figure of all, a gigantic, hungry-looking crocodile. The Lost Boys came close to their underground home. "I do wish Peter would come back," they said nervously. Even though in height and breadth they were all larger than their captain. Just then, Nibs rushed breathless into their midst, pursued by a pack of wolves. The boys quickly gathered around him and made dreadful faces, scaring the wolves away. Suddenly, they heard a sound, and they all scampered back into their hideout. It was the pirates! Captain Hook told his men to spread out. As they walked in different directions, Hook told Smee how much he wanted Peter. How much he wanted Peter. That boy cut off my arm and fed it to the crocodile. He will pay dearly for it. Smee, Hook went on huskily, that crocodile would have had me before this, but by a lucky chance, it swallowed a clock that goes tick-tock inside. A clock that goes tick-tock inside it. And so before it can reach me, I hear the tick and run. He laughed, but in a hollow way. Someday, said Smee, the clock will run down and he will get you. Hook wetted his dry lips. Yeah, he said, that's the fear that haunts me. Just then, they noticed a rather large mushroom on the ground. When they pulled it out with some effort, they saw that it blocked an opening from which a lot of smoke was coming out. The pirates looked at each other. A chimney, they both exclaimed. It was indeed a chimney, the one that belonged to the underground home of the Lost Boys and Peter Pan. The boys always blocked it with a mushroom whenever the enemies were nearby. Along with smoke, their voices were heard loud and clear, for they had no fear while in their underground hideout. The pirates listened for a while and then replaced the mushroom, noticing some holes on certain trees. Did you hear them say, Peter Pan's come home? Smee whispered excitedly. Just then, the captain heard a tick-tock in the distance. The sound became crystal clear as it came closer. The crocodile! Hook cried and bolted hurriedly, followed by Smee. The lost boys came out of hiding, and at that moment looked up into the sky. A great white bird! It is flying this way! Cried Nibs. What kind of bird? Asked the other boys. I don't know, Nibs said, awestruck, but it looks so weary. And as it flies, it moans. Poor Wendy. Poor Wendy? I remember, said slightly instantly, there were birds called Wendy's. See it comes, cried Curly, pointing to Wendy in the skies. Just then, Tinker Bell before them and told them that Peter wanted to shoot Wendy. Not used to disobeying Peter, Toodles quickly fitted an arrow to his bow. Out of the way, Tink! he shouted, and he fired, and Wendy floated to the ground with an arrow in her breast. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That ain't good. What do you think will happen now? Well, we'll find out more in the 5th chapter. And we'll find out soon enough. And I am signing off now. And I'll see you tomorrow to read you more.